All right, in America, in modern day America, when you listen to a lot of the language that people use surrounding modern day relationships and interactions between male and female, you can tell that on a subconscious level, people understand subconsciously, they understand that modern day relationships are not serious, or they're not meant to be taken seriously, because you're in a culturalist society. All right, so for instance, if someone is caught committing adultery, they say that you're cheating, or you cheated, right? But you could only cheat on a test or some sort of game or what have you. All right, so that's or for another example, if you're good at talking to women, right, or they say you have the gift of gab, right, they would say that you have game, you got a lot of game, right, because you can talk to females. Or let's say if you got a lot of women, they say that you're a player. All of this language is like a game or playful type of language. It's not really attached to anything that's really serious like that. All right, and when people use these words to describe male and female interactions and relationships, it's their way, whether they understand it or not, of expressing how even they know that these relationships are not real. Let's say if a woman is able to get a man to spend money on her, to blow a lot of money on her, they say that he's a trick, or she would say that he's a trick, he's tricking, right? That's her way of, that's an indirect admission to the fact that even she views herself, the way she feels about herself is that she was not worthy of whatever it is that you did for her, or whatever it is that man did for her, whatever money he spent or whatever gift he gave her, right? Just in general, all right, because once again, we're in a culturalist society. America is very Romanized, all right? So these relationships are not really meant to be taken seriously. In a real culture, women are also held accountable, because you have to hold the women accountable, or else everything is going to go to shit. Not just the men are held accountable, women are also held accountable. I'm looking at this video, I believe it was in Asia, and this Asian cat, I guess his wife disrespected him or said something to him that he didn't like, and this motherfucker, this is what he did. He made her pull out the camera and set the camera up facing them so that she could record him whooping her ass. To get that understood, in America, you would never, that could never be the case, right? But this dude, because she disrespected him, and his son was sitting right there in the bed, and what he did, he made her pull the camera out, and he was just slapping this bitch over, and he probably slapped this bitch about 50 fucking times, man. He probably smacked this bitch about 50 motherfucking times right in the face, and every time he'd slap her, she'd apologize. Pow! She'd apologize. Pow! Apologize over and over again in whatever language. You could tell it was some sort of an apology. I couldn't make out what the bitch was saying, but it was clear that she was apologizing, right? Right there in front of his son, he's slapping the shit out of out of his mother, right on camera, and then uploaded the shit to the internet. All right, see, in these Eastern countries, in these Middle Eastern countries, in Africa, Asia, India, Middle East, they still have their indigenous culture, or they still have a real culture. All right, none of this shit that goes on right here in America. They still have a real fucking culture. And in their real culture, see, they do certain things to their women. If they're caught cheating on them or doing some little funny shit like that, they'll do something. They'll do some shit to them. And I don't want to say it because last time I got flagged or I got a strike or whatever the fuck happened. But they do them. They do their women in. All right, and you know what I'm talking about. They'll get rid of them, right? Because they have a culture. They understand the importance of actually keeping your women in check, keeping them in line. When you allow them to just do whatever the fuck they do, you get the black community in 2021, right? Just look around at the black community, look at the black woman, look at her children, look at the men who are raised by her when they reach adulthood, right? It's just a shit show. It's a circus. All right. But anyway, peace.